What happens when the world's brightest star finds his sanctuary violated? And who stands beside him in the darkness, not as an idol, but as a brother? In a turn of events that left millions of fans shaken, Jungkook of BTS faced a horrifying breach of safety just hours after completing his mandatory military service on June 11, 2025. A woman, later identified as a known Seokjin fan from overseas, was arrested after attempting to enter Jungkook's residence in Seoul in the middle of the night. According to police reports, the suspect was found with personal belongings, notes, and claimed she had come to meet Jungkook privately. While fans worldwide expressed outrage and concern, it was the unseen actions of BTS's eldest member, Jin, that brought a wave of comfort, tears, and a reminder of what true brotherhood looks like. Several hours after the arrest, security cameras around Jungkook's neighborhood captured footage of Jin arriving discreetly, wearing a hoodie and mask. There was no public announcement, no media frenzy, no statement from HYB, because this wasn't about showbiz, it was personal. "I won't let my little brother be scared alone," Jin reportedly said to a staff member when he arrived. "He just came home. This shouldn't be the first thing he faces." Insiders close to the family revealed that Jungkook had been shaken deeply by the incident, refusing to speak or eat after police left his home. He was said to have locked his bedroom door and turned off his phone, declining all contact, even from HYB. But when Jin walked in, everything shifted. Though no cameras were allowed, a close family friend who arrived the next morning told local media that Jin sat with Jungkook in the dark for hours, not saying much at first, just being present. Jungkook didn't cry at first. He just leaned into Jin and stayed there like a child needing shelter, the source said. And Jin? He simply whispered, "Hyung is here now. Sleep. I won't let anyone in." It was a reminder of their bond, one forged not just on stage, but in the quiet backstage corners. In 10 years of living, training, and growing together, armies took to social media, using hashtags like #HyungToTheRescue and #JinandJungkook, flooding platforms with messages of gratitude and support. Perhaps most moving was the reaction of Jungkook's mother, who was reportedly the first person notified after the arrest of the intruder. She immediately called Jin, not the agency, not the manager, but Jin. "He's the only one he'll listen to when he's like this," she reportedly told police officers at the scene. "Thank you, Seokjin, for coming to him faster than I could." The emotional weight of her words struck deep among fans, who praised Jin not just as an idol but as a dependable figure of family and protection. The following morning, Jin was seen exiting Jungkook's home wearing the same clothes as the night before, unshaven, sleep-deprived, but calm. He gave a nod to the few fans who spotted him and said quietly he's all right. That's all that matters. He didn't stop for interviews. He didn't address reporters. He simply got into a black car and left, reportedly heading back to his own residence to give Jungkook and his mother space. This incident has reignited public discussions about idol privacy, Seokjin behavior, and mental health post-military discharge. But above all, it served as a vivid portrait of love and loyalty. A reminder that behind the glittering stages and screaming fans are real people, real families, and real brothers. Jin's protective instincts and swift action proved that BTS is more than just a band, it's a bond. And to Jungkook, the presence of his Hyung that night may have meant more than 1,000 awards or sold-out concerts. In the hours following the Seokjin intrusion, HYB released a short, formal statement confirming that legal action would be taken against the intruder. However, fans were not satisfied. The brevity of the statement, with no mention of Jungkook's emotional state or increased security measures, led to a wave of backlash across social media. #ProtectJungkook and #HYBDoBetter began trending within minutes. Amid the digital storm, insiders revealed that Jin himself had demanded a private meeting with upper-level executives from HYB the next morning. "If you're not going to prioritize our safety, what's the point of coming back?" Jin was overheard saying during the closed-door meeting. Although HYB has not commented on the meeting, multiple anonymous staffers confirmed that the agency has already begun upgrading security at all known properties connected to Jungkook and the other members. Plans are also underway to establish a privacy task force specifically designed to monitor and prevent stalker incidents. Despite Jin's own busy post-military schedule, it's been confirmed that he chose to stay with Jungkook and their mother for 2 more nights after the incident. Neighbors spotted the two going for early morning walks, hoodies up, coffee in hand, trying to maintain some semblance of calm after the chaos. In one captured photo, Jin is gently placing his hand on Jungkook's back as they walk up a quiet hill near the Han River. I haven't seen Jungkook smile in days, but this morning, I saw it return, one local said. Jin made him laugh. In a private message later leaked through a staff member, Jin reportedly said, "My job is to protect him, not just on stage, but when no one's watching. That's what hyungs are for." While Jungkook tried to regain normalcy, his mother worked silently behind the scenes. According to sources close to the family, she reached out to other BTS members' families to discuss collective safety concerns. Together, they began drafting a letter to HYB urging them to take more transparent and consistent steps for their son's well-being. One line from the letter stood out. "Our sons gave your company everything. At least give them back peace." The letter was never intended for the public, but someone from within the circle leaked it anonymously. Once again, the ARMY community rallied behind the families, demanding that idol protection be taken seriously not just during promotions, but always. 3 days after the incident, fans were shocked when Jungkook updated Weverse, not with a long post, but with just 4 words. "He stayed with me." The photo attached, a dimly lit image of Jin's shoes at Jungkook's front door. IT didn't need a caption, IT didn't need hashtags. The ARMY knew. Tears poured across timelines as fans shared their own messages of support, not only for Jungkook, but for the brother who never left his side. This moment may one day be remembered as a footnote in BTS's long journey. But to those who witnessed it, it revealed everything. Jungkook may be the golden magne to the world, but to Jin, he's still that 15-year-old boy who once cried in a dorm room, overwhelmed by training. And Jin? He's no longer just the eldest BTS member. He's become a living symbol of security, trust, and family, especially when things go dark. As Jungkook continues to recover from the emotional toll of the Seoul incident, fans are already looking ahead. Will he return to music soon? Will he open up about the experience? Or will he choose to stay low, surrounded by the people who love him most? One thing is clear, no matter what happens, he won't be alone. Not when Jin is just one phone call away. The house Jin brought Jungkook to was a small, traditional Hanok-style home nestled among pine-covered hills. The area was known only to a few locals. There was no Wi-Fi, no television. Only stacks of books, old records, and walls covered in old family photographs. One night, while they sat under paper lanterns on the porch, Jin brought out a photo album that Jungkook hadn't seen in over a decade. It was filled with training camp pictures from their earliest days in BTS. Teenagers with sleepy eyes, sore muscles, and dreams too big for their tiny practice room. "Remember when you said you'd never dance again if they made us run those stairs one more time?" Jin laughed. "And you said you'd rather be a ramen chef than a trainee." Jungkook replied, chuckling through the fog of recent trauma. For a moment, the weight lifted. For a moment, they were just 2 brothers in the countryside, rediscovering the past that made them. 3 days after the Seoul break-in, with HYB increasing security and legal actions underway, Jin made another unexpected move. He took Jungkook away from Seoul. No cameras. No official vehicles. Just the 2 of them, accompanied by Jungkook's mother, heading to a quiet countryside home owned by one of Jin's family friends. They needed space, not just physically, but emotionally. According to an insider, Jin told HYB, "It doesn't need press. He doesn't need interviews. He needs silence, and I know where to find it." What followed was a rare pause in their otherwise high-octane lives on the final night of the retreat. As they sat around a small fire with Jungkook's mother preparing warm soup, she quietly handed her son a small, leather-bound notebook. It was a diary she had started writing the day Jungkook left for military service. Every page was filled with prayers, poems, and simple notes. June 13th, "I saw you in your uniform. You smiled, but your eyes didn't." September 22nd, "Jin called today. He said you're eating better. My heart eased a little." February 1st, "I heard your voice in my dream. I think you said I miss home. I woke up crying." Jungkook sat silently, thumbing through each page. Tears ran down his cheeks, and Jin, ever the young, placed a hand gently over his shoulder without saying a word. For the next 10 minutes, no one spoke. There were only sounds of quiet sobs, crickets in the distance, and the warm crackle of the fire. Though Jungkook hasn't announced his official return to the public spotlight, it's widely rumored that he plans to attend an intimate recording session for a new song, written during the countryside retreat, with Jin featured as background vocals. This potential track, tentatively titled Lanterns, is said to reflect on finding light in the dark and leaning on those who never leave your side. Fans are already bracing for an emotional release, one that might mark the beginning of Jungkook's next chapter as an artist and as a man. Meanwhile, Jin continues to check in regularly. not as a label mate, not as BTS's visual, but as a big brother who knows that fame may come and go, but family, chosen or blood, is what truly saves us when the world gets too loud. The rumors were true. Just 2 weeks after their countryside retreat, HYB announced a surprise release from Jungkook, a single titled Lanterns, co-produced with Jin. No teasers, no promotional campaign, just a midnight drop and a single sentence in the press release. For those who waited, for those who stayed. And when the song came out, ARMY wasn't prepared. The lyrics read like pages torn from Jungkook's mother's diary, like quiet moments whispered under breath in a dark room where only the stars are listening. The opening verse shook the fandom. You didn't knock. You just stayed / in silence louder than screams / while I slept behind steel walls / you lit the path in my dreams. And then came the second verse, unmistakably sung by Jin. I kept the flame when you forgot / when the shadows made you small. / I stood guard behind your silence / you were never alone at all. The raw emotion of both their voices, layered over soft acoustic strings and ambient night sounds, like the distant chirping of crickets, the flicker of firewood, the wind brushing through trees, brought fans to tears. Lanterns wasn't just a comeback single. IT was a confessional, a quiet thank you note wrapped in melody. Within an hour, Lanterns hit #1 in 72 countries. Within 12 hours, it had surpassed 20 million streams. Within a day, it sparked global discussions, not just among armies, but across mental health forums, radio stations, and even academic circles. Psychologists praise the song for its depiction of post-traumatic emotional anchoring. Veterans associations in South Korea thanked Jungkook for shedding light on the emotional toll of military service. Korean parents wrote open letters to thank Jungkook's mother for her handwritten diary that inspired healing in their own families. Just 1 week after the release of Lanterns, Jungkook and Jin sat down for a quiet, private interview on HYB's official channel. No flashy sets, just the two of them, sitting on a wooden bench near the Han River. At sunrise, the interviewer asked Jungkook one question: what does home feel like now? Jungkook paused, eyes misty, before whispering, it used to be music. Then it became my fans. But these past few weeks, home is my Hyung's voice. It's my mother's diary. It's remembering I don't have to carry everything alone. Then he looked at Jin, eyes glossy but steady. Hyung, you didn't just wait for me. You walked back into the fire for me. Thank you. Jin chuckled softly, wiping a tear. You always say I'm the strong one, but you forget. I learned that from you. The two embraced quietly, and for a moment, the camera stayed on them, letting the silence say everything words couldn't. Although the healing journey continues, HYB insiders have revealed that Jungkook and Jin have been working together on a special project. Not just an album, but a short film, tentatively titled The Quiet Years. The film will follow the emotional inner world of a soldier returning home, intercut with visuals from their real lives during and after military service. It's set to premiere at select international film festivals and be released globally on a streaming platform later this year. The project is directed by a Korean-American filmmaker known for intimate, emotion-driven storytelling and co-written by Jin himself.